Bismillah Rahman Rahim. I'm Rana Mohammad Kashif and you are watching Positive People Commission. Now I have come with a new series of SPSS statistics and I'll be telling you about the SPSS, how we work in SPSS and how it is used in our research, our data collection and other purposes related to data analysis. In this series there will be complete from basic SPSS to some advanced techniques in SPSS as well. So stay tuned for the complete series. You will be benefited inshallah. So let's start our series. So what is SPSS? SPSS is basically a statistical package for social sciences. It is used in our data analysis during many research projects. Many researchers from their masters, from their undergraduate and doctorate degrees use this very often, and it is used for data analysis, and primarily it is a very good tool for data collection, for data entry. It gives us the leverage to handle many variables very easily. The first version of SPSS statistics was introduced back in 1968, and now later it has been acquired by IBM since 2009, and now it is known as the service product for statistical solution, SPSS. In my series I will be using version 20 of SPSS. In SPSS this episode will be a complete overview of how SPSS look, what the fields really mean, and what are the available options, basic available options you will explore in this episode. So every single line in SPSS represents a case, and every column represents a variable, that what is the variable on which the every case has been recorded. So it has two windows, possibly three. The one is data view and the other one is variable view. Right now we are in the data view window. The data view window is looks like a spreadsheet actually, where we have variable names in the columns and row names as a case. Entries have been shown here. And what is the variable window? Variable window contains the information about the variables, that what are the variables about. Or now let's move on what variable view window is about. The first is name. What is the variable name? And it can take up to 64 characters, and it should be a single word name, no spacing allowed, and no spacing allowed while entering the variable name. And the second one is the type of the variable, that what is the type of the variable. You can set it that is it a numeric, comma, dot, scientific notation. You can set the variable type from here. And the next one is the width of the variable. Width is actually the maximum number of digits displayed for this variable in the data view window. So this is the very maximum limit you allow for the decimal places. So next is the amount of decimal places you allow after the decimal point. How many digits do you want? And the next one is a very important column. The next one is the label of the variable. You see in the name we have only short names of the variable, so we can quickly judge that what is the variable. But if we want the variable to be explained in our variable view window, so label is the actual place where we can enter details of our variable. For example, age. So age means age in years, and cred underscore that means that credit card debit in thousands. So label is actually the detail of the actual variable name. And the next one is the values of the variable. You can add values of the variable as per your need. For example, in the loan variable previously defaulted, you can add labels to the values. for example 0, 1. We will get into more details as we move on the next episode, that how we can enter more values. This is just a preview that how you can enter multiple values in a variable in SPSS. You can label it 1 did not complete high school up to 5. You can enter any amount of labels you want. And the next column is about missing values, that whether the data has any missing values, or during the questionnaire if any question has been remained unanswered, you can enter it here and give it a code, any code, but don't overlap it with the actual values. Next one is the column width of the variables. If you see, if I width of the column variable for the age is 4, you can see for example education, for education column width is 4, and you can see that education is not very well displayed here. So if I increase the column width from here, you will instantly see that in data window it has been improved. So the column width is actually how the variables are displayed in the data window. The next one is the alignment of the variables, and the next is the measure. There are 3 measurements. The one is scale variable, the other one is ordinal, and the last one is nominal. If you want that scales or set measurement or calculation, then the scale is the measure, and the next is ordinal. If you have ordinal data, for example here is the level of education, and the next is if you have some categorical or qualitative data specifically having some categories, then you can treat it as nominal, where you can't compute averages or other numerical computations. You will only be able to compute numerical computations and calculations if you set it to scale. And the last one is the what is the role of the variable. For example, the input variable is the independent variable in which you have about which you have values of a data set. So you can set it input value and target as a role, or both or none, as per your need and requirement in your data set. So there are 2 to 3 more things which I will elaborate in this introductory session. The one is very informative help. If you go to help, there are a lot of tutorials available. If you go to help, there are a lot of tutorials available where SPSS has already given you a step-by-step introduction of how to read data, how to work with data in SPSS with practical examples and screenshots. So it is also a good way to look into the tutorial window from the help menu. It will help you a lot. And the next one is that how SPSS looks. If we go to the edit window and options, there are a bunch of options you can change if you want to in viewer, in data options, output labels. You can see that if you are outlining label, you can change it that name and label both shows or only label if you want. If we want that how the data labels look like in the data window, if we press this button, a value labels, so what we have entered the values, it will show it as labels, and if we turn it off, it will back to the coded variables. So this was the introductory session from here, and in the next video we will talk about one more set of processes, that is getting data from an external spreadsheet into SPSS.